Everyone. Very good afternoon. Jai Hind. With me is Ayush. Ayush, so good to have you here. You have already been recommended for serious entry of Navy, and now you're just waiting for the merit list. Medical is also done. Ayush, such a wonderful journey. Please tell me something about it from the very beginning.
Thank
कहाँ
you.
से शुरुआत हुई, कैसी रही जर्नी, क्या क्या किया आपने, और कैसे इस मुकाम पे पहुंचे. And also about your Amazon thing, because that is also quite amazing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So the journey started right after, not even after 12th, I would say. When I was in 12th, I started off with NDA. So in my first attempt, I was conferenced out, and then that was a heartbreak. So then I kept working. I didn't look back. Luckily enough, lockdown came in the middle, and I got a lot of time to work upon myself. And yeah, it was a bad thing for everyone, but for me personally, I think I utilized it to the fullest. And in the subsequent attempt, I got recommended. Uh, After that, again, I couldn't join the National Defense Academy. Everything was done. I
You were
was
there in the merit, but you did not join for some
Yes,
reasons.
sir. I was in the merit list. I was AIR 66 during
Uh-huh.
my. I took a decision to continue with my college, and I think that was the right decision because I got a lot of exposure from there. And then I appeared for CDS as soon as I became eligible, but I got conferenced out in that attempt. It was AFSB Mysore.
Hmm.
So I've got a bad record as far as Mysore is concerned. So this was my second conference out from Mysore. Uh, but still, I didn't give up. Come the second next CDS attempt, I got my SSB in Bangalore, and luckily enough, it was a long weekend. So from my office, I had to take just one leave, and that would do it. So I went there, and so from my past attempts, I used to think a lot about what should I do? Should I read this? Should I read that? This time, nothing. So I had an interview session with you, mock interview. So I had a good amount of confidence in me that I don't need to do things with which other people do, like practicing tat wat. All that is unnecessary. If you have got it, you have got it. As simple as that. So I went with that mindset, and it was all relaxed. Uh, First day of screening, to be honest, screening in was a bit intense because that's something I believe it's not in your hands completely. It depends on the group that you get and all that. But regardless, I did what was in my hand. I wrote the story well. I did my OIR well. I narrated my story well. Group discussion wasn't in my hands, but I got screened in, and luckily enough, I got a good group. Then the next day was psych also. Like as I said, I went with a mindset that jo aega will do it, no, will not think over it. And I made very simple stories related to my life. I remember I used to send you stories and you reviewed them, so I went ahead like you said, and that went well. And in group tasks as well, I was very relaxed. I went there with zero expectations of getting recommended. I just went there. I was like, I'm here to enjoy my 5 days, and I have been recommended once. If they feel I have it in me, they'll recommend me again. I went with that mindset. Interview was, I would say, not that great because they I'm an Air Force opti basically, so they asked uh, questions related to Navy, which I wasn't much aware of, but I made good educated guesses like basic scientific principles. Science remains the same everywhere.
Hmm.
So I answered it accordingly. And I wasn't expecting recommendation. I was natural throughout, but from my group had four previously recommended candidates. I was
Oh,
one of them,
okay.
and out of us four, three got recommended, and it was good. I wasn't expecting it, but I got recommended from the next day itself. Medicals got started. I cleared the medicals as well. Now I'm waiting for the merit list.
Merit also will come.
Yes,
Thoda
sir.
sa, let's go back to your background. Then I'll ask you more questions. Are you are from naval background or air force background?
Sir, I'm from Air Force background, so my
Okay.
father serves in the Indian Air Force.
Your father is in Air Force, right?
Yes, sir, he is currently
And
serving.
otherwise, you're from which place?
Sir, I'm from Kanpur,
Mhm.
but most of my life I've spent in Hyderabad.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So your father got posted in Hyderabad, and since then you've stayed there.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now coming back to this SSP that you went, but before that, which college did you go?
Sir, I was in BITS Pilani, Hyderabad campus again.
Okay. And from there only you were picked up by Amazon.
Yes, sir. I got picked up by Amazon.
That was in the third year or fourth year.
Sir, starting of fourth year. Yes.
So would you like to tell the package also, or should we keep it as
Sir, like my motivation is adventurous life, and like for me personally, the satisfaction that you get in corporate, for me, like there are brilliant minds in corporate who enjoy their work. I'm not one of them. I don't enjoy sitting 9 to 5 and doing the same monotonous work. I like doing something adventurous that gives me a feeling of fulfillment at the end of the day. So that feeling of fulfillment is lacking, no matter how much package they give, but the fulfillment comes from within, from the work you do. So I believe that is there in the armed forces only. So that's why, sir, that is my motivation behind that.
and are you sure that you will never regret this?
Uh, I don't know, sir. Honestly, I've not thought about it much, but I'm sure that I won't, because the lifestyle. So basically, it's not about money; it's about lifestyle. And
Navy, you're going for GS, right? General Service.
yes, sir, general
So
service.
Navy GSES हमारे time में Navy GSES and Coast Guard GD. They used to be one batch. I don't know now also maybe they are the one batch only in academy. Same batch में training होती है because similar syllabus है, same ही syllabus है.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm because you will over a period of time, commanding ships, maybe going to aviation also in Navy. I'm not aware whether you are opting for it or not, or whether you will get a chance to opt for it or not. But definitely, I second your decision, Ki. There is no comparison. I'm telling you. But nostalgically, if you view anything,
Yes, sir.
like if you like you were telling Ki that was a very bad thing, Ki NDI could not enter. But नॉस्टैल्जिकली आप कुछ भी व्यू करोगे ना आपको लगेगा वो
Sir,
ये तो that
I'm.
that feeling might be there but I'm telling you there's no comparison. There's no compare.
Sir, I'm not as experienced as you, sir,
Mm.
obviously. But from my 21 years of life experience, I've learned that if you feel like you are missing out on anything, you will have that feeling throughout. So you shouldn't have that feeling at all. Like today, let's say I'm at home and my friends have gone out for a movie. I'll keep on having that I might keep on having that feeling that, oh, I've missed out on that. But stay in the present. Why do you need to think about that? That,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now coming back, I remember in your interview your geopolitics was amazing. That is one thing which impressed me. How did you prepare for geopolitical? Because a lot of students which I am seeing, they are having very shallow knowledge or no knowledge. So, what should be the strategy, and what are the advice if I tell you to young aspirants like you or those people who are being being conferenced out many times? What should they do? How should they work upon their preparation strategy?
so, sir, I I don't know if it's the right strategy or not, but
Hmm.
it has worked for me.
Definitely, it is the right strategy.
So during the lockdown, sir, as I said, I have worked a lot during the lockdown. So I had a lot of free time during lockdown, and I started off with downloading PDFs of newspapers like the Hindu, Hindustan Times, and all. And the favorite part of the newspaper for me used to be the editorials.
Just to apprise me, is everyday PDF available? It can be downloaded.
Sir, in those days, yes. Now I think subscription is necessary, so I've bought a subscription as well. Uh, so I used to download them. I used to read them. The best part about editorial is it's it's open to your imagination. Like whatever the author says, you need not agree to it. You can form your own opinions, and
That's absolutely correct.
opinions are formed through editorials itself. So now I'm not good at remembering stuff. So what I used to do is I still have the diary. I keep that diary wherever I go. I have a thick fat diary. So whenever I feel that this is important point or this, so I note that down. So now I think that diary has around 500 600 pages filled up. So every day I used to fill that diary up, at least one page or half page, whatever I felt was important used to be going down in that.
Important means
That's
what? Any topic related to?
any topic, sir, any random topic. Like let's say it's Russia Ukraine war. So I found a very interesting fact about Snake Island, that before it wasn't even Russia's, wasn't even Ukraine's. Some other country during the World War I used to rule over it. So all that knowledge, which is important in forming opinion as to what is the current importance of Snake Island. So all that stuff I used to note down. Facts and figures, I believe, is important to fuel your judgment. But the more you read, the better judgment you'll have. So I used to read, like 1 hour was minimum, I remember, during the lockdown days. And sometimes when I used to feel that this is a problem in today's media, that sometimes you get biased opinions, only one sided. So whenever I felt that okay, ye to सिर्फ एक ही साइड वन साइड ऑफ द कॉइन बता रहा है, so I used to switch to other newspaper and read the same kind of articles from the other thing.
Usually, all the newspapers, if you see, I am also an avid newspaper reader. So, newspapers have their own biases. Like
Yes sir.
Hindu is slightly to the left or quite
Yes.
to the left.
Yes sir.
Similarly, Indian Express is little critical to the government. So, you should read both the sides.
Yes
That is
sir.
what you
Yes.
mean to say. Yes.
So reading both the sides,
Mhm.
reading in depth. Like one thing that I used to do was I used to have in my first attempt, very first attempt of NDA, when I got conferenced out, uh, I realized that I used to have very shallow knowledge. Like if you ask me, let's say the current Chandrayaan mission, I would say what date the Chandrayaan went up. But when someone would ask me, okay, what was used in that, I wouldn't know. So with editorials, what happens is, okay, you find something that you don't know, you go deep. Then if you keep going deeper and deeper, you'll, unshackle a lot of topics, and that will, I think, deepen your knowledge. So that has helped me form opinions very well.
Also, you mentioned to me that this time in screening in, you were quite confused because there were a lot of people. How many people were there?
Sir, people weren't a lot, but from my friends, I had heard that in Bangalore SSB they have only a particular set of number that they would take in. So I remember in mine it was around, I think, 70 reported, and it was an all-time high for CDS Navy entry is what I heard the day I reached. And I stay in Bangalore and I like to be punctual. So what I did was I booked a cab way ahead, thinking there might be traffic and all. So I reached there at 4 a.m. and the reporting time was 6 a.m.
4 a.m. at the center.
Yes, sir. And
Really?
I was, yes, sir.
तो किया
So,
क्या 2 घंटे किया क्या तुमने फिर?
सर बातें की जो कैंडिडेट्स आए थे,
आ
तो
गए
यही
थे
सब।
तुम्हारे जैसे कुछ और भी थे?
सर एक था बस, तो पहले उसके साथ बात की, फिर जैसे जैसे आते गए, सो आई गॉट टू नो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ड्यूरिंग स्क्रीनिंग इटसेल्फ.
Hmm.
And I was a bit tensed, but it's useless of being tensed. You do whatever is in your control, and rest God will, take care.
So how
If you
many
stay,
people got screened in?
sir, I think there were 24, 24 around 24
Out of
people.
24, how many got recommended?
Five, sir. Five got
That's a good percentage if you see.
good percentage, sir. And this time, first time I've seen it
Hmm.
from my group. Three got recommended from the same group.
Yours
So
was what? The first group? No.
second group, sir. Second group
Hmm.
of 8 students. Out of us eight, three
Hmm.
got recommended, and the group was brilliant, sir. And I believe that those who didn't get recommended from our group, subsequently even they'll make
They
it.
will also get recommended.
Yes, sir. It was a brilliant group.
You mentioned about group discussion में, खासकर PPDT में, there's a lot of chaos.
Yes, sir.
What should one do? Because एक बार फिश मार्केट बन जाता है तो कई लोग डर जाते हैं, चुप हो जाते हैं, नहीं तो उत्तेजित हो जाते हैं. करना
Yes,
क्या चाहिए? What should be done?
sir. This is a mystery that I believe will remain unresolved for a
It will
long
remain unresolved,
time.
yeah.
Yes.
Still, but what should be
Hello.
your advice? Yeah, you're audible to me. Am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah, Ayush, you're audible to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sir, your screen is stuck actually.
My screen is stuck, is it?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can very well see you.
Yes. Yeah. Now it's fine.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. So, sir, that is a mystery, sir. But one thing is, even if it's a fish market,
Hmm.
you will get that 1 second of time, and in that 1 second of time, you have to speak something relevant that will. No, you are. That is a group discussion, right? It's not your individual story. So you have to work as a group and come to a common group consensus. So you have to speak what's relevant to the group and not keep on, like, what I see is usually students, they keep on narrating their story even during the group discussion. That's not the right thing. You have to see what the group is aligning towards. And like in my example, I'll give you a good example, sir, as to what happened. So we were 16 or 14, I think 14 of us. So what happened was, immediately when the assessor said, "Okay, start the discussion," everyone started shouting. So the assessor divided us into two groups. First group started discussing, and during the first group's discussion only, there was an understanding that there is a trek or something that is happening. So when our discussion started, everyone started again. Okay, how many characters and all. So I said, "Gentlemen, calm down. We 7 plus 7, 14 is our group. Our group is not just 7." So I told them, let's continue with where the previous group has left off. And then it was quick, and we came to a common group story, sir. So that's how it happened. So if you speak something relevant, people will listen to you.
We'll
If
listen.
you keep if
Keep
you keep
repeating the
telling out.
things.
Yes, sir. I see people waste a lot of time in discussing the number of characters that they have seen. I don't think
Hmm.
that's necessary, sir. They have to. I That might be right, actually, the number of characters, but for me, I believe, if the main storyline is decided, then characters, you can come to that conclusion easily. So that's what I believe, sir.
And how was your parents' reaction? Because I am son of a JCU, so I can make out what kind of excitement must be there at home. How was their reaction to it?
So, sir, the first time when I got recommended, yeah, they were very happy and all. Actually, honestly speaking, my parents are very happy from at the place where I am right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the reaction was okay. They were happy that I got recommended again.
Huh.
Uh, but nothing that nothing. So obviously they will be proud. But my parents try to keep me grounded.
Acha.
So they don't want to show their excitement to me, because they know that I get excited pretty quickly.
Hmm.
So they tell, be grounded. They told me, be grounded. Let the call up letter come, and then we'll
Hmm.
decide as to.
Then we will decide.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
And I also remember you have a younger brother, correct?
Yes, sir. There is a younger brother.
What is
Yes,
he doing?
he's very young, sir. He's in class ninth.
Oh,
Class.
yes. Is he also motivated to join forces or not?
No, no, sir.
No.
No, sir. He is completely opposite. He has completely opposite thinking to what I have.
Hmm.
So I'm very aligned towards defense and all. I read books and all. For him, he doesn't like to be disciplined.
He
So
doesn't
he,
want to be disciplined. Okay.
yes, sir. So he
But
lives.
he's too young, Abhi.
Yes,
Too
sir.
young.
Yes.
Okay.
No interest absolutely in defense. So when I tell him, I keep telling my parents, "इसको सैनिक स्कूल में डाल दो."
Hmm.
My brother gets angry when I say that.
Okay. Okay. Coming back to again SSP aspect. Uh, Group discussion may I have one notion that knowledge makes the difference. Beyond that, what would you like to advise about the conduct part? How should one be, holding himself or herself? What kind of conduct should be there overall?
So, sir, I have seen, I think, many group discussions now.
Now, though, we
Uh,
have seen almost
yes,
8 group discussions.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So, mm, after that, what I have realized is, from seeing the candidates that got recommended, I don't know how much factor group discussion has played, but surely it's an important factor, because it makes up the mind of the GTO since it's the
It's
starting.
the first task, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What I've realized is, they good ideal conduct for me, like what I plan is stay calm, let others speak, but when you speak, speak with substance. Don't repeat what you have said already, speak with substance. And from the candidates I've seen getting recommended, when they speak, they take the group to that direction. So the group agrees to them, and group starts discussing on what he discussed, and that will come with knowledge. Knowledge will get confidence. Confidence will be shown in group discussion. So everything is interconnected.
Yes.
You cannot be confident if you're not good in GK. So I think if you're good in your GK, that will be shown in group discussion. Your body language, your confidence, not just in group discussion, but I believe if you meet someone in life who reads newspaper daily, you'll see the confidence in him. That I've noticed that as well, because he knows everything. He will be a confident human
You will
being.
have an opinion on the subject.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's
And
my
body language wise?
body language, sir. I tend to remain calm. I let others speak. I listen to what others have put in. But at the same time, if someone is going out of direction, it's your duty to tell them that that is not related to our topic. Just let's come back to our topic. And I tend to stay calm, sir. And I have naturally got a loud voice. so
Yeah.
so when I speak, others get quiet.
Mhm.
That happens in PPDT group discussion also, and here also. I wouldn't suggest that to be loud, but it comes naturally. So even during my lecturate, when I started narrating my lecturate, the GTO, he was noting something down. When I started, okay, so my topic, he his head got up and he started looking at me. So that happens. Uh, that's my natural thing. So I would suggest be calm and speak with substance. That's enough.
Great. हमने टीईटी के बारे में भी बहुत बात की थी. I remember
Yes,
after
sir.
your
Yes, sir.
interview.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Many people talk about negative stories. What exactly is? Do you have any take on that? Because I think we had some discussions, and you really wrote brilliant stories, minus the length part and some additions
Yes, sir.
part.
Yes, sir.
What is
Yes,
your
sir.
take? People get confused कि negative story है तो negative mood को मत पकड़ो तो negative. What is your take? Have you any
So,
encounter
sir,
on that?
disclaimer: this is all my personal opinion. So,
Yes, of
uh,
course.
yes, sir, and this is not something that I would say that you should surely follow. But this is what has worked for me. So, I believe that psychology tests in general is what you have got inside this. uh, what you have been your past experiences and all. So when you are in a time bound state and you have to write a story quickly, automatically what's there in your head will come out. So if you think positively, like let's say an accident has been shown. So what will come from inside? Obviously the solution of that accident. What has happened, what has led to the accident. Now some people say, oh तूने accident क्यों बना दिया, वो negative नहीं लिखना होता. No, actually you have to see what you perceive. Checking your psychology test is the job of the psychologist. That's not your job. So naturally, sir, what happens is whatever is my past experiences, like whenever I'm shown a picture of two people speaking to each other and they seem to be of my age group, what comes in my mind is what I have been discussing with my friends when I was at that age. So I remember in this SSB there was a picture shown where two people were discussing something. So what do I discuss with my friends? That came on the paper automatically. What I discuss is regarding, college placements. Someone is not getting placed. They worked hard. They got placed. That's what comes out. When I've been shown a picture of a ship, uh, turbulent ship where there's a storm and all. What will I do in that situation? That will automatically come out. What would I do is I would stay in the ship. First of all, the first thing you would do is not get afraid, because that will again get you in trouble. Stay calm and do what's in your hand. What's in your hand is balancing the ship. Wait for the storm to go. When it has gone, you'll return to your place. That's what you do. So that's my thing, sir. Like whatever it's in my head, it naturally comes out. I practice stat vat only for the speed of writing and not for changing my stories and all, because it cannot be changed. Ultimately, when time frame will come in front of you, what's in your head will come out. So I improve on my English part, my writing speed and all. and little inputs from you regarding the length of the stories and all, and how to be more expressive, because my stories were not very expressive at that point of time. So I added that, and that had helped me, sir. Like nothing negative and positive, whatever was in my head. I went there with a positive state of mind. So even if a problem was shown to me, I was coming up with a solution. So that
Great,
side, that I believe is that side.
great, very heart to heart. So, Ayush, jate jate, any advice for aspirants that you would like to? Do you sing also? I feel that you are a good singer.
No, sir. I'm a very bad singer. I don't sing at all.
What are your hobbies otherwise?
Sir, I read books. I've just purchased a book, so
Which one?
that
Show me that. Is there?
sir, this one.
India's most fearless. Okay. Who is the
Yes, sir.
author?
Sir, Shiv Arur and Rahul Singh, sir. India Today. They come on India Today.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's
So,
about warriors, defense warriors, is it?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
What
brave.
is the favorite book that you have read besides this?
It's a favorite book. Um, I've read. Sir, no one would like it, but I loved it. It was World War II by Anthony Beaver. So the reason I loved it was the thickest book I have ever read. It was 1,000 pages during the lockdown. I bought
Oh
it.
my God, 1,000 pages.
Yes,
And
yes,
Reviewer
sir.
has given which perspective? German's perspective or
Sir, so he obviously he's a US writer, so he
American perspective?
yes,
But
American
one thing
perspective.
which I have found and understood by reading these books is that you don't get to know the loser's perspective at all.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
What
But
was
I've
Germany's side?
yes, sir, yes, sir,
What was theirs? Because they also actually did really well in the war,
yes,
frankly
sir, yes, sir,
speaking.
yes, sir,
Despite the atrocities they created, minus that, they were actually good
yes,
warriors. But
yes, sir,
that side never comes out. Or
yes, sir,
maybe
yes,
it would have come out, we have not come across.
sir. Watched documentaries of that as well, Hitler's perspective, and so
Is there any
he was.
documentary on that available? I have
Yes,
not
sir.
come
Yes,
across.
sir. It's a very old documentary. I think it was shot in 1980s or something.
Mhm.
But I've went through that, so it was also a very interesting perspective. From his point of view, he was right. From USA's point of view, USA was
Of
right.
course,
Yes, sir.
war has two sides.
Yes, sir. So that was the best book. It had a lot of facts. I came to know about a lot of military strategies. It was a very in-depth written book with maps and all. What is log cut strategy of which the Finnish applied against Russia, and also it was brilliant. And there were also letters of the soldiers attached. Even the German generals, they used to write letters back home, so there were letters attached, and so it was a very in-depth perspective. And I think that fueled my motivation towards the armed forces as well.
Amazing. Amazing. Ayush, so amazing talking to you. I can connect with you, and I think you've taken a good decision. I'm telling you.
Yes,
Regrets and these things will stay with you for life, you know.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
If you don't do this, you'll regret this also. If you
Yes,
don't
sir.
do that, you'll regret. That's how it
Exactly.
is. Life is.
That's how
So
life
I think you should go by the gut feeling, you know, and I have enjoyed that life. It's
is.
amazing, brilliant living. And as far as corporate is considered, after a certain period of time, you can always come back to corporate
Yes,
because
sir.
you have it in you.
Yes, sir.
So why not give it a shot? Give it a
Yes, sir.
shot, no, give it the best.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank you, Ayush, and
Thank
thanks
you,
for
sir.
being so
It was a
natural and being so forthright. Great talking to you. Thank you and
thank you,
Jai Hind.
sir. Have a nice day, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you, Jai Hind.